Hi, I'm Heidi Lumpkin with the Coach Certification Institute, and today I'm going to run you through a way to become friends with the numbers in your potential coaching business. You can actually use this, obviously, if you have already started your coaching business. But what we wanted to make sure that we imparted is how to become friends with the data, how empowering data around your business can be, and also to show you how it is possible within the first year to make six figures. Of course, that's not a promise, but I'm going to show you some of the ways that you can get there as a coach. So in this example that I've used here, I have made some assumptions. One is that this is for a business coach. So someone who has started a business coaching firm. This person has gotten their certification through Coach Certification Institute, and they've been building their network with our Business Builder program as they've been receiving their certification. So they're not just coming cold out of the gate and in month one have acquired 2 clients. Do know that there is some work that has been happening before month one and certification became a reality. So the other assumption that I've made here is that this person sells retainer type packages like consulting, business consulting and coaching. And these are 6-month packages. And also this person has some individual clients as well. So that could look like some, a retainer for a small business where the coach will come in and do several hours of work a week in a coaching and consulting capacity. And maybe that's with a leadership team or several members of a small business. It can look any way that you'd like to design it. This can be with an individual CEO or the COO of a small business, but individual clients that can run through some sort of a program that you have designed. These retainers are for 6 months for those types of consulting packages. These go a little bit longer because what we often find is that once a coach is hired, that coach stays retained by that individual for longer than the initial commitment. So I have done that with some of these numbers as the commitment has gone out. This one's 8 months, this one's 6. It can obviously change. This also assumes that prices are raised as the year progresses. As is common with a lot of coaches, it may be that you undercharge at first, although we certainly will share some strategies with our certification that shows you how not to do that. But regardless, prices are increased as the year goes on. So those are some of the assumptions I've made here. You can obviously put in whatever numbers you like. I just wanted to keep these amounts over here. They're not tied to, they don't auto-populate on this side, but just to show you what we're working with. So also, the reason this example becomes important is because oftentimes we get a question around, well, when can I quit my day job, or when can I make 6 figures? When can I replace my full-time income with my coaching practice? And by keeping track and having these types of projections, it can help you to be well informed on when that might happen. So month one, let's say that you've acquired 1 consulting client and you've acquired 1 individual client. So altogether, that equates to $3,000 based on the prices you're charging. And because of that, I already see a mistake that I made here. Because of that, you have 2 clients, and that is an average customer value of $1,500. This equation comes into play a little bit later. The second month, you have acquired an additional client due to your marketing efforts and an additional individual client. So then you're making $6K a month. That's 4 clients. Your average customer value remains the same. That's good. You've decided to raise your prices. You feel like you're undercharging for the amount of and scope of work that you're doing. So in month 3, you do just that, and you're working with 3 clients now. Now we're looking at things. pushing capacity likely, and maybe that happened for you in month 2. But in month 3, if you've got 3 consulting clients as well as 3 individual clients, that's quite a hefty load. You're making $9,500 a month. Obviously, this does not account for expenses in this spreadsheet, but that would be easy enough to add. You've got 6 clients. Your average monthly value is going up. Isn't that great? Average client value, excuse me. And so then on, we push this out and show what these projections could be. So with this first retainer, you've got a 6-month client. And what I've assumed here is that you take a break once that engagement ends, and then you acquire your next client, which would be retainer number 4. For some reason, you're at $2,500. Oops, here. And I've done the same for each. As these engagements end, you take a little bit of a breather, refocus your marketing more to acquire an additional client. Month 9, back to $3,000. And then again, when retainer number 3 ends, you take a breather, and then you've got retainer number 6 starting in month 10. That didn't necessarily happen down on the individuals. I had some overlap here because if you look by here, by month 4, you've been able to earn revenue of $10K over. And when you add all these numbers together, you are looking at over $100,000 in the 12 months of starting your coaching business. So let me tell you a little bit about how this person would have gotten there through marketing. So this second tab, it's a very simple little formula here, but that's also by design. I want you to make friends with these numbers. This data, it can be very empowering. And these are also like your personal key performance indicators. You want to be always looking at the numbers that you can affect on these pieces, which always comes into actually, you can affect a lot of these numbers on here, but I put some pretty simple conservative calculations in here. And we at Coach Certification Institute recommend a multi-pronged marketing approach. 2 of these types of marketing are really for the long term. You're investing in the future as you build your business, and that's your email marketing plan as well as your referral plan. It's not that your direct contact plan isn't for the long term either. It is, but this is the one where you're likely going to get clients more quickly as a result of your marketing efforts. These 2 are much more playing the long game, and we want you to do both those things. So what this could look like is you're starting your email marketing plan, and that is aligned with your social media plan. You're looking to identify that ideal client, offer them some sort of business content that they can opt into in exchange for you receiving their email. That becomes an opt-in. So monthly, a conservative number once you get going would be 50. Likely we would want to see higher numbers than that. But again, I wanted to be very conservative on this so that we could really look at what we're dealing with. So let's assume 50 opt-ins per month. The conversion rate here is for, as your email marketing, you invite your list members to book a call with you to see if you're a good fit for them to either invest in their individual coaching or in one of your consulting programs. So let's say that you had a conversion rate of 2%. Now, 2%, I've seen everything as a good conversion rate on email from 1 to 3% to book a call with you. So I just went in the middle with 2%. Let's say that person books a call with you and you have a conversion rate of closing 20% of every client. This number is likely going to be much higher as you get going. But again, we wanted to be very conservative. And lo and behold, we don't have a full person as a client yet. And that's okay. Because when we look at this down as we start moving towards the annual numbers, so you multiply everything times 12, you've got 600 people on your email list through the 12 months. Your conversion rate remains the same at 2%, which means you've had 12 conversations and calls with potential clients, you have been able to close 20% of those. I expect that number to be higher, and you have gained 2 clients as a result of these efforts in year 1, just based on these numbers. So what you'd want to do is then challenge yourself. Can your opt-in rate increase monthly? Can your conversion rate, as far as being very relevant with your content, inviting people to book a call, can you increase that rate? Can you then increase your close rate, which could, likely I've seen closing rates from 50 to 80%. So I think it is absolutely possible. Staying conservative, that's what we're looking at. This direct contact plan is what you'll really be spending a lot of focus here. This is a plan that is devised of reaching out directly to potential clients, introducing yourself, inviting them into conversation, booking that call, and then from there, finding your best fit clients and converting them into your programs. So reaching out could consist of LinkedIn, even direct mail. We've still seen it work, believe it or not. There's several ways to go about this. Scraping emails from LinkedIn and directly reaching out that way. We again recommend a multi-pronged approach. Getting 100 small businesses to know your name within a month. This could be a very reasonable number. The conversion rate there could be about 10%. With this type of marketing, it does tend to be higher than pure email. So let's say 10 of those people book a call with you. If you've got that conversion rate of 20%, you have 2 new clients this month. This conversion rate, again, that's very conservative. I expect that you'll continue to be higher on that conversion as you get better and really get your talk track down. Annually, we project this out 1,200 calls, 1,200 contacts within that first year over the 12 months, a conversion rate remaining the same, let's say. Conservatively at 10%, that gives you 120 opportunities to speak with potential clients at a conversion rate of 20%, gives you 24 new clients in a year. It's pretty great. I'm going to show you what that could look like, because that's not the amount of clients we showed on that first sheet, but I want to show you what that could look like. Last but not least is this referral plan. So as your business grows, you're going to have clients that introduce you, and you want to be also have a formal referral plan in place to encourage them to do so and make it easy for them to introduce you to potential clients. Comes with that warm introduction. These are very, very happy clients that want you to work with their friends or business colleagues, whatever. You're going to have some introductions. Let's say that conservatively, the first year, obviously you're not going to have as many because you don't have as many clients, but this builds exponentially, which is a beautiful thing about referrals. So let's say that in the first year, towards the end, you have 2 introductions. Your conversion rate's obviously going to be likely much higher because of those recommendations. So let's say you convert at 50% with those discussions. Well, what do you know? You got 1 more new client as a result. So I realize this is quite simplistic. However, I don't know how much more complicated in the first year it really needs to be in order for you to find success and to also have enough data to be able to make decisions and to also challenge yourself on exceeding your own KPIs in order to grow your business. So I talked about this number 24 here. What can happen here? Let's say you've got those 24 clients within the first 12 months. What would that look like in conjunction with your income plan? So if we took, and I believe my math is right here, if we took those 24 clients and we took this average customer value over the 12 months, it's at $1,452. If we got those 24 clients in a year, we multiply that times $1,452. And you wouldn't do it straight because obviously it's not 24 clients paying $1,452 for 12 months. They'd be paying it for 6 months each, right? That assumption that each of your programs is 6 months long gets us to this number, $209K. That could be year 2, for example. no promises, of course, but I want to show you the potential and that it's not that far fetched, as long as your marketing is consistent and in place and you've found success with how you're approaching your business. So make a copy of this, save it, feel free to use it in any way you wish to run some numbers on what your programs could be. A lot of our graduates are using coaching as a side hustle until they are able to get enough income, but that could take some time depending on how much time you're devoted to your marketing. So this could really help you to see what the potential could be, and when you have that tipping point of replacing your daytime income.